Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Introduce us from Group 1 and will present the result of our discussion. Introduce myself. My name is Raffi Nasiruddin, student number 20000100022.
Next, my name is Iqbal Manaf. My student number is 20000100044.
Next, hello, my name is Yoni Putri with study number 20008.
Hello, my name is Sahrial Fatin with study number 20000100009.
Miss Tiara Salsabila with student ID number 20,128.
I will present my material related to Marxism. Introduction. More than a century after his death, Karl Marx remains one of the most controversial figures in the Western world. Its relentless critical of capitalism and its corresponding promise of an inevitable, harmonious socialist future inspired by a revolution of global proportion. It seems that with the Bolshevik Revolution in Russia and the spread of communism throughout Eastern Europe, the Marxist dream had firmly taken root in the first half of the 20th century. Marxism thought. Marxist economic theory is an economic view that was first developed by Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels in the 19th century. This theory discusses the economic structure of capitalism. It then identifies the problems considered by Marx and Engels and proposes solutions based on a socialist perspective. The following are several key concepts in Marxist economic theory. The main points of Marxist economic theory: labor value, exile, scientific socialism, and award. Labor theory of value. The labor theory of value is a central pillar of traditional Marxist economics. Evident in Marx's work Capital, the basic claim is simple. The value of commodity can be measured objectively by the average number of hours of labor required to produce that commodity. Labor is the ability of workers to produce goods and services. Marx, using the principles of classical economics, explained that the value of labor power should depend on the number of hours of labor that society requires, on average, to feed, clothe, and shelter the worker so that he has the capacity to work. Exile. Marx's idea of alienation, it assumes that people can successfully abolish advanced market-based societies and replace them with democratic, comprehensively planned societies. Marx claimed we are alienated not only because many of us work hard at boring, perhaps even degrading jobs, or because by competing in marketplace, we tend to put profitability above human needs. Here is the biggest problem with Marx's theory of alienation. Even with the latest developments in computer technology, we can create a comprehensive society planned to end scarcity. Scientific socialism. Marx's scientific socialism combined economics and philosophy, including the theory of value and the concept of alienation, to show that throughout the course of human history, a deep struggle has developed between the rich and the poor. Specifically, Marx stated that capitalism had broken out into a war between two classes: the bourgeois, the capitalist class which owns the means of production, and the proletariat, the working class which is at the mercy of the capitalist. Marx claimed he had discovered a law of history, a law that exposed the contradiction of capitalism and the necessity of class struggle. Award. Marx was certainly a deep thinker who won an army of supporters around the world. But predictions don't stand the test of time. Although capitalist markets have changed over the past, competition has not been key to monopoly. Real wages have increased and the rate of profit has not decreased. Through monetary policy carried out by central banks and government policy in the areas of taxation and spending and less inherent features such market. Socialist revolution, to be sure, have occurred all over the world, but never where Marx's theory predicts in the most advanced capitalist countries. Thank you.
Right now, I'm going to present my presentation. Right now, I'm going to talk about fascism. Next. Fascism is an extremely right-wing authoritarian and ultra-nationalistic political ideology and movement, characterized by dictatorial leadership, centralized autocracy, militarism, forced suppression of opposition, belief in social hierarchies, elimination of individual rights in the name of the good of the state and race, as well as extraordinary uniformity and control of society and the economy. And one of the famous figures of fascism is Benito Mussolini. Next. As an economic system, fascism is a socialism with capitalist veneer. The word comes from fasces, a Roman symbol, collectivism and power. Boneless tied from thrones with excess stand out within a day, the 1920s and the 1930s. Fascism seen as happy medium between boom and bust proneness. Liberal capitalism with its alleged class conflict, competition, wasteful, and a selfish profit-oriented and revolutionary Marxism with its violence and persecution divides social status of the bourgeoisie. Fascism was replaced by specific nationalism and racialism, blood and soil, for good internationalism, classical liberalism, and Marxism. Next. Fascism is to be distinguished from interventionism or economics mixture. Fentionism seeks to guide market processes, not eliminate it as a fascism does. Maximum wage and antitrust laws, even though they regulated the market free, which is far from the multi-year plans of the Ministry of Economy. Under fascism, the state, through official cartel rules and all aspects of manufacturing, trade, finance, and agriculture. 300 economic theory, planning, organized product lines, production levels, prices, wages, working conditions, and a company size. Listening is in everywhere. No economic activity can be carried out without government permission. Consumption level dictated by the state and excess. Income must be surrendered as tax or loan. The consequential charge, the manufacturer provides advantages for foreign companies who wish export, but because of government policies aimed at the autarky or national self-sufficiency, protectionism is necessary. Imports are prohibited or tightly controlled, leaving foreign conquest as the only avenue for access to resources not available within country. Fascism is thus incompatible with peace and international division of labor advantages liberalism. Next. Fascism embodied corporatism where representatives politics is based on the trade and industry, not on geography. In this case, fascism reveals its deep root syndicalism of a form of socialism organizating on the left. The government cartelized companies from the same industry with labor and management representatives serving in various locals, regional and national boards, always subject to the final authority of dictator economic plans. Corporatism is meant to preventing destructive division within the nation, such as closure and union strike. The price is forced. Harmony is the loss of ability to bargain and move freely. Next. Oh, thank you. Just it for me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Iqbal. Next, and I will present you about taxation. Next, definition of taxation. Tax is a mandatory contribution to the state owed by an individual or entity that is collective based on law, without receiving direct compensation, and is used for state needs for the greatest prosperity of the people. Next. For objective of tax policy. Number 1, simplicity. Simplicity means that compliance by the taxpayer and enforcement by the revenue authorities be as easy as possible. Further, the ultimate tax liability should be certain. A tax whose amount is easily manipulated through deviation in the private marketplace, such as by investing in tax shelter, can cause tremendous complexity for taxpayers who attempt to redeem what they owe, and for the revenue authorities who attempt to maintain government receipt. Number 2, efficiency. Efficiency in tax policy means achieving tax target with minimal administrative and economic costs. Government must find ways to collect taxes without disrupting market or economic growth. This could mean the appropriate use of tax incentive, reducing tax rates that harm the economy, and avoiding tax participation that harm the economy. Next. Number 3, fairness. To most people requires that equally situated taxpayer pay equal taxes, horizontal equity, and that better off taxpayer pay more tax, vertical equality. Number 4, revenue sufficiency. Revenue sufficiency makes seem a fairly obvious criterion of tax policy, yet the federal government budget has been in enormous deficit for more than 10 years. Part of the reason for the deficit is that revenue sufficiency may conflict with efficiency and with fairness. Economists who believe that income taxes strongly reduce incentive to work or save, and economists who believe that typical families already are unfairly burdened by heavy taxes, made recent tax increases that will move the federal budget toward balance. Next. The U.S. tax system. U.S. has separate federal, state, and local government with taxes levied at each of these levels. Taxes are levied on income, payroll, property, sales, capital gains, dividends, import, estate and gift, as well as various expense. At the federal level, total tax collection have averaged in a narrow range around 19% of the gross national product atau GNP since the end of the Korean War. The individual income tax has provided just under half of the revenue over the entire period. The corporation income tax was the source of almost a third of total revenue at the beginning of the period, but has declined dramatically to under 10% today. In mirror image, the payroll tax for Social Security began at about 10% of total revenue, but it increased sharply to over 37% as the elderly, the Medicare program was added to the system. The relative contribution of excess taxes, primarily on alcohol, tobacco, gasoline, and telephone service, has declined significantly. Next, distribution of the tax burden. Many economists judge the fairness of the tax system largely on how the tax burden is distributed among different income groups. Further, some economists use the distributor of the tax burden is a major criterion of the success of value of the tax change of the activities. Despite considerable effort and innovative method, however, estimate of the distribution of the tax burden are still limited by imperfect data and the differing perspective of investigator. Lanjut. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Sahri. I will present about investment. First lesson objective. Investment material that focus on the following. Number 1, what is investment and investment goals? And number 2, where does the investment come from? Number 3, what makes investment go up and down? And number 4, example of investment in Indonesia. First, introduction. Investment is one of the most important variables in the economy. Rapid economic growth is still the main cause of recession. By investment, economic mean the production of goods that will be used to produce other goods. This definition differs from popular usage, where the decision to purchase share, see stock market, or bond is considered an investment. What is investment? Investment is an activity of saving or placing funds for a certain period with the hope that This saving will result in profit or an increase in the value of the investment. A person who invests is called an investor or investors. And next, summary versus analysis. Before we dive into investing, it's important to understand the difference between summarizing and analyzing. And summary, investment according to OJK. Investment is capital investment usually in the long term for the procurement of complete asset or the purchase of shares and other securities to obtain profit. In simple terms, investment is a tool to realize our financial goals. And in my analysis, investment can meet future need and can develop asset. Because of investment, someone will try to live frugally to keep investing, which in the end will avoid buying things that are not important and are more economical. Investing can also avoid it. Investment can be non-physical, namely, and the most common example of non-physical investment is investment in human capital. When students cost more study free time, students who have invested in their future. Where does the investment come from? Sources of funds for investment can come from money currently owned, loans from other parties, or from saving. Investment is an activity of saving or placing funds for a certain period with the hope that this saving will result in profit or an increase in the value of this investment. Apart from that, investment is also closely related to national income or GDP. When investment rises, national income will also rise. Vice versa, when investment falls, national income will also fall. Next, what makes investment go up and down? And if investment increase, it will improve the economy. This indicates that an increase in investment will trigger economic growth due to increased capital investment by Todaro. Investment capital will result in increased production of goods and services in the economy. Why is investment considered an important component of national income? Investment has a positive relationship with GDP or national income. If investment rises, GDP will rise, and vice versa. When investment falls, GDP will also fall. And the next, Georgian's investment theory. The Georgian investment model is a process of adjusting the capital stock based on the idea or Irving Fisher who argued that companies will plan their production to maximize their utility over time. Georgian's investment model states the rational investment will take into account the present value of investment decision and will equate the marginal benefit with the marginal cost of the investment. In the next example of investment in Indonesia, there are many types of investment that are in demand in Indonesia, and there are 3 of them. Number 1, deposit. Deposit are our term investment are a type of investment that is in great demand because the method is very easy and not complicated. The advantage of deposit is that the rate of return of the money is fixed. The interest promised is more certain but cannot withdraw the money before reaching the agreed time period. And number 2, gold. Gold is one of the real or physical investment that is very popular, gold is an attractive choice because it has quite a low risk. Gold has a stable value and always increases every year. If you want to invest in gold, you should cost 2 billion. The value and price of the gold bullion is pure gold without any mixture such as a gold jewelry. However, gold investment is a physical investment where the risk of loss is quite a large, so you have to prepare a special place. And last, number 3, stock. Stock, one of the most popular financial market instruments. Using share is one of the company's choices when deciding to finance the company. On the other hand, share are an investment instrument that many investors use because shares are able to provide attractive level of profit. And thank you for listening to the presentation.
My name is Tiara Salsabila, and I will present you about economic growth. Compound rates of growth. Compound rates of growth refer to the way an investment, asset, or other value increases over time when the earnings or returns are reinvested and added to the original investment. This concept is often used in finance and economics to calculate the future value of an investment or to understand how various economic variables grow over time. Compound growth is in contrast to simple growth, where only the initial value or principal amount is considered. This compounding effect can lead to significant growth over extended periods, making it an important consideration for investors or financial planning. Growth income per capita. The growth in income per capita, also known as per capita income growth, refers to the increase in the average income of individuals in a specific region or country over a certain period. It is a key indicator of economic development and is often used to assess the standard of living and overall prosperity of a population. Growth in income per capita is a critical indicator used to assess the economic well-being and development of a country or region. It reflects the average income of the population and is a key measure of economic growth and prosperity. Positive income per capita growth is generally a desirable goal for governments and societies. The growth. The essence of economic growth are like drawing an analogy to cooking and underscores that it primarily results from developing innovative recipes and ideas rather than mere resource consumption. It stresses how each generation tends to underestimate the potential for discovering novel ideas and shapes, much like compounding possibilities. The vast untapped potential in the field of chemical exploration, emphasizing the multitude of unexplored combinations and reactions that could lead to groundbreaking discoveries. Object and ideas. The passage emphasizes the pivotal role of ideas and knowledge in economic development, particularly in less developed countries. It underscored that a nation's prosperity is increasingly tied to its ability to embrace and harness existing knowledge, both through education and by facilitating the flow of ideas, while also protecting intellectual property through patents and copyrights. The challenges faced by advanced countries, such as the need to incentivize the discovery of new ideas and the difficulties in reaping appropriate returns on investments in ideas. Meta-ideas. Meta-ideas of economic growth are overreaching concepts and strategies that guide and promote economic development. They provide a framework for generating, implementing, and sustaining ideas that contribute to increased economic prosperity. These meta-ideas are crucial for shaping the policies and approaches that support a growing and vibrant economy. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you.
That's it for today. Thank you for your attention and forgive us if there's mistake that we've made. Thank you everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.